For start time.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Niner Sickness. Next to me is my boy Peter from Niner Fanatic Podcast. How you doing, Pete?
I am fantastic, Beto. Coming off of a Niner victory and looking forward to another Niner victory this Sunday. But how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. It's not only that we're 1-0, but we finally started fast. We have a habit of always starting slow and barely playing to our competition. And the fact that they went cross country, different time zone, and played an early game in Pittsburgh with that crowd, with that stigma that they have over there, the terrible towels, and not only beat them, but beat them in a fashion that nobody should get beat. And the Dallas Cowboys had to kind of get the little T right, by beating the Giants, but I didn't see that much offense from the Dallas Cowboys. So, and I saw a lot of offense from the Niners. So, I still think the Niners are the team to beat. And for all the haters, bro, for all the haters out there that don't like Brock Purdy, I can hear you.
Yeah. No, it should be crickets right now. Like
It should-
that. It shouldn't even be like that. We shouldn't even be talking about that anymore.
Exactly. Melissa's in the house. Melissa is going to be doing the picks with us. It'll be just us three. And so to do them, she likes doing pick 'em, so she wants to be part of it. I said, all right, bring your game on. We're not going to take it easy on you just because you're a girl. Bring your game on. You're going to be one of the guys in this show. I says hello to my big brother, Nino Beto, and Pete.
Appreciate you.
What's up, Don? Appreciate you. Like always, supporting the Niner Sickness podcast by hitting the like button. Make sure to do it on both channels. If you're watching us on the internet, just open up two tabs. Open up the Niner Sickness tab. Open up the Niner Fanatic podcast tab, and just go in there and hit the like button for the both of us. And if those that don't have Pete as someone that you watch, why not? Guy's great, brings great knowledge of football. Make sure to click onto his link. If you don't know how to get there, all you got to do is click on the link below in the comments on the bottom of the description below, and click on his name. It'll take you to all his channels and ways to get a hold of him on the internet. So there's no way to avoid him unless you want to. Why everywhere. He's everywhere.
I'm gonna come for you regardless. So you might as well just make it easy on yourself and just
venerable. He's gonna come at you.
Yeah, I'm like cancer.
Oh, easy. Easy. Whoa. What's up, Ma Lopez? How you doing, girl? One of my girls. She's popping in to support the channel. How is it going, Beto? And Pete Daniel Cantu, welcome, brother. Welcome. Sorry for the no sound effects on this one. They're so used to my sound effects when I go on eCam, but we'll make it work. Yo, I am at my high school prep rally right now. Oh, right on. Today is what? Oh, okay. On Wednesdays for Friday's game. Man, it's been so long ago that I participated in a high school game. Okay. It's like forever. Daniel Breeze Sports, welcome to the channel. Javier Vasquez is in the house. What's up, brother? Welcome. Julian. Sorry. What do we got here? We got Danielle Thompson in the house. How you doing? welcome to the channel. Good to see you. And Melissa's doing a little trash talking. He goes, I ain't scared. She ain't scared. We're gonna find out what you did because you sent them to me. So we're
Yeah.
gonna look at all the of the pregame or last week's predictions, I should say. I just got off an hour and a half show myself earlier, so I'm kind of trying to separate myself from that channel. So, Pete, the
Yes,
Niners went
sir.
in week 1 to Pittsburgh, and they showed that this is a real team. They were coached very well, played very well. Kind of gave up that late touchdown in the second late in the second half, in the second quarter, excuse me. Kind of right before we went into the half, they had what is it, 1 yard or all game until that point.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, what player on defense, and I got a feeling I know your answer, but what player on defense really surprised you in that game?
I mean, it didn't really surprise me.
Okay.
If you remember correctly, I talked about Drake, Mr. Drake Jackson,
Yes, you did.
and I just had a feeling about that kid that, I mean, his athleticism and his length is just off the charts. And while he may not be the most refined pass rusher, his athleticism and that length is just more than makes up for the moves that are going to come. There was a bunch of pictures of Chris Kasarik on the sideline. Just really, I mean, his all of his teammates were all behind him. He was talking mess throughout the whole game. But yeah, no, Drake Jackson stole the show on defense, and there were so many good plays on defense that it could have gone to a number of people. But I mean, but yeah, Drake Jackson, I think with 3 sacks, you got to give it to him.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, what a way to come out on your first game as a starter. Yes, he
Yeah.
played in and out last year, but in his first game, for him to be able to already duplicate what he did all season. He had 3
Hmm.
sacks all season last year. He got those 3 sacks in one game. The upside is huge. It's huge for him. USC guy. The guy has a lot of talent. He's being coached by Chris Kasarik. He's playing alongside Eric Armstead, Hargrave, and Bosa. That is not a bad company to have for the young man
Hmm.
to continue to groom himself. If we can get production from him the way we did against Pittsburgh, against the Rams, and going forward, how scary is this defense going to be? Because that middle, Pete, was,
Hmm.
I mean, we had put pressure in that middle all game on Sunday more than we ever did all year last year without the presence of her. That's what we were missing. We were missing our DeForest Buckner, and I believe we got him.
Yeah, no. Javon Hargrave was, I mean, he looked like DJ Jones on steroids just because he's so low to the ground, and he plays almost exactly like DJ Jones used to. He gets real low, and then he's just like that fire hydrant in the middle, and he just kind of knifes his way, and pushes with all the leverage in the world, just pushes his man in back into the quarterback. And that was really what I wanted to see from him, because him pushing the pocket is going to cause those quarterbacks to have to go to the outside, which is who's going to be waiting for there. But uh, Bosa, Drake Jackson, Cleveland Farrell, whoever you want to look at. No, Javon Hargrave was a monster. He got himself a sack, and yeah, he was terrific. Like the whole defensive line was terrific.
It was, man. It was fire. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I understand that Kenny Pickett, is not that great of a quarterback, but he was under duress. He was under
Hmm.
duress from the time he took the first hike through the whole game. You think that TJ Watt put pressure on Brock? We did that all game from all our linemen. He got 3 sacks, which is impressive for him, but We expect that from a TJ Watt, a previous defensive player of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is getting paid like a top defender, just as Nick Bosa is getting paid now. But to get that from a kid like Drake Jackson, which also had 3 sacks in that game against Pickett, was very, very impressive to me. That's super exciting me. And then that statement that uh, our boy Fred Warner made
Yeah.
on Harris when
Yes.
they first tried to run the ball.
That
They made us,
clothesline.
yeah. He's like, you're not running on this defense. This whole preseason stuff, we were giving up runs down the middle. People were all afraid. Oh my God, how is our run defense going to be? How are we going to stop the run? Don't put too much attention in preseason. If I'm not mistaken, Pete,
Mm-hmm.
the Steelers look very good in preseason.
Yeah.
The Niners, not so much. And who came out in the real game when it counted? It was completely different, wasn't it, from what we've been seeing in preseason? We stopped the run. They only had what, 31 yards, 51 yards against us? No, not even that. Less.
No, it was less. It was like 41. It was 41.
Yeah, see, that's I'm
Like
telling you, man.
the
Impressive.
yeah. Now here's the thing. I had like they even had me doubting this the run defense going into this league because they had been playing so bad in the preseason and leaving gaps everywhere. But yeah, they proved exactly. They went right back to what they had been doing. And what worried me was the fact that we have a new defensive coordinator who wasn't really from the 49ers. So I was really wondering how this was going to look and was he going to try and do too much to tweak this defense? And it turned out that all the tweaks that he made were ended up being like giving us another gear. And it was yeah, it was I thought it was a really impressive performance by all of them and by Steve Wilkes. And I know that you were talking about the drive from the at the end of the second quarter, but they were playing prevent, like they were playing soft zone, and they were letting the guys go down the field. The thing that killed them were the penalties. If they hadn't gotten the penalties, I don't think it would have been such a big deal. But
Oh,
the
by
penalties
Lenore,
were
yes.
not just it was Lenore, and they had another penalty like
Well, Lenore committed 2 penalties on that drive. They
yeah,
late hit out of bounds, and then somewhere in the end zone.
but I think
And
there
I
was another
believe
one.
Spencer Buford had
Yes, I
no,
think
no,
that's what it was. No,
but no,
that's
no,
not.
but that would no, it couldn't have been because that they were on. That's
He's
offense.
it's defense. I thought I could have sworn there was another one, but but yeah, that second one that really wasn't a penalty. Like that was just the refs giving him another chance to score because the game was obviously getting out of hand, and I felt like that was just the refs' way of getting them back in the game. But it didn't help at all because what happens when they come back? CMC takes it to the house, and they're right back in the doghouse. But yeah, like that second penalty on Lenore was just the legal. What did they say it was illegal contact?
Illegal
And
contact. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, come on. It was they were on the 7. He hit him on the 3.
yeah,
Like so like it couldn't have been illegal contact, but and I really think that those penalties they got to get to a point to where those penalties are reviewable. But that's just me.
yes. I know. I agree with that. I do, and hopefully they'll get there because some of these play calling. I understand referees.
They're
They're
human.
humans. They make mistakes. They're
Yeah.
making decisions. One thing I do know this for sure: they make better calls than bad ones. And as long as
Mhm.
that's the case, it sucks when it happens to you on your team, and especially if it can be a game changing type of penalty,
Mhm.
like against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl when they should have called holding on Bosa. They did it, and yet Mahomes was able to get the ball to Tariq Hill, that 50 would change the game plan. So but they do got to fix it. But they do make better calls than better ones. But
Yeah.
you're right. They scored that touchdown late, and how do you respond coming from the half? Did the Niners take the foot off the pedal? No, they
Mm-mm.
actually stepped on it even more with that run. And bro, what I was impressive on that run, we know what CMC can always do
Yeah.
is to me, and Ayuk is a great blocker, but
Hmm. Yeah,
Ray
Ray.
Ray came out of left field, had no business being there.
Yeah.
Ayuk did. Ayuk was in the path. He saw CNC break loose from the first level, got into the second level, and he did the block to stream him to the third level. But Ray came out of no, it's like off the screen into the screen and and did that block around the 30-yard line
Hmm.
to get him in. And then they asked him, I believe it was David Lombardi said that he asked him in the locker room, why did you do that? Like, like I forgot how he asked it, but the point is he answered because I love playing with my guys. I love CMC and that culture that is built inside the locker room is like no other. It's like a college feeling. It's they really have each
Hmm.
other's back. There's no I. It's we. He didn't have to, but come on. He's a pro athlete. He's making money. He didn't have to. Nobody would have said anything about Ray if he didn't run that fast to get down there.
Yeah.
But the fact that he did that and put his body on the line to help out, they want to win, bro. And that was to me. That was. I mean, the whole run, 65-yard run, was great. But that Ray run, he deserves flowers, in my opinion. I like what Ayuk did. He deserves flowers, but Ray came out of nowhere. And I don't think if Ray would have been there, I don't think he gets in
Yeah.
that particular run.
Ayuk's block was a decleater,
Yep.
which I love to see. And then yeah, Ray, that was a great block. But I love what you said about the culture. And the more you watch the sideline, I know Debo was mic'd up, and the more you watch the videos that the Niners post on the sideline videos that they post on their channel, the you can just hear it. Like they're all going around, like offense, defense. This is a team.
Yep.
It's a team, and just like you said, they have it's like a college atmosphere, but it is really they're just going out there and having a good time playing with their guys. Like, and that's Kyle had say what you want to about Kyle, but he has fostered this vibe on this team that of just horses,
Yep.
and they just all there's no egos. They all going out there and playing for each other, and they all want to see each other do well. Every time any of them does anything, the whole team is getting up. It's a sight to see, and you don't see that on every team. You can say what you want to that it might be a little bit rah rah or whatever, but uh, you just can never discount a culture like this. Like when you have a culture like this of everybody playing for each other, it's only good things can happen.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And just to kind of remind people that are just coming in, welcome to the show.
Mm.
But what Hufanga did
Mm.
when Fred Warner hit the ball and it deflected the ball and it landed in Hufanga, he was happy for that. He Hufanga was running downfield. He seen that he was going to get stopped. He saw Gibson on the side and he lateraled to Gibson. Unfortunately, it became forward lateral because the speed they were going in.
Yeah.
He did let it go 5 yards behind, but they were going so fast that it was so hard to get that as to be a backward ladder. It was such a forward. But the point is, he wasn't selfish. It
Yeah.
wasn't about him scoring. It's about the team scoring. And that just continues to show us the culture that is
Hmm.
instilled in that locker room. Of course, all the other teams as well, they love each other. It's a big brotherhood, but
It's not the same.
it's not the same. It's not because they
It's
don't care
not.
who the stats. They don't care. Debo did not get the ball much,
Nope.
but he was rooting, blocking for Ayuk. It's about
Yeah.
winning. They
The
have that
whole
winning
game.
culture. Yes.
The
Yeah.
whole
And
game. He was rooting
somebody,
for him.
I think David Lombardi came on with Larry Kruger, and Larry Kruger goes, "Who do you think? Do you think Ayuk is the number one receiver?" And I love what David Lombardi said. He goes, he might be the number one for more games than none, but everyone's the number one because they're such a team first unit. 1 week, depending on what the defense is covering, it might be CMC number one. It might be Debo number one. It might
Mm-hmm.
be Tittle the number one. It might be Ayuk, because now the Rams are going to look at the tape against the Steelers, and they're going to try to stop Ayuk,
Yeah.
right? That's what I mean. A good corner. That's what they're going to emphasize. So now Kyle Shanahan's like, all right, you're going to stop Ayuk on this one, then we're going to work Debo in or Kittle or whoever becomes available. And that's how he works it. So I love that response. We don't have a definite number one, and we don't need it, because every week the one that is open is our number one and provides production. And I love the way Brock Purdy gets the ball quick and out to them. So the whole
Mm-hmm.
unity was awesome to see. I don't know if you. I just bumped into it. By the way, I just bumped into it yesterday. Did you know Fred Warner has his own podcast?
I saw that. I saw that. And is that
Him and
his
his wife.
wife? Yeah.
Yeah, that's his
Okay.
wife.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
this
that.
this is the second one, and he just started it this year. And it's interesting because he talks about the game, his input, and he was talking about that particular play where Hufanga recovered it. He
Mm-hmm.
said he was gassed. He goes,
Yeah.
I was gassed. I was hoping, don't run in my way. Don't run in my way. And so when he hit the ball up in the air, he says, if I wasn't as gassed, I could have jumped higher and caught it. But I was so gassed. He goes, if you noticed, when Hufanga took off running, I didn't even run next. I did not even chase him. I just sit there and raise my hands because I was gassed. And that's a
Mm-hmm.
little insight that you don't get from the game itself, from
Yeah.
these players. And so I like that him and his wife are doing that. And he talks about Bosa and the contract. And so, if those that did not know, it's called the House of Warner,
Mm.
or so I got to look it up again. But just type in Warner and White podcast. I bet you it will come up. It's interesting if you want to get to know Fred Warner a little bit better. But great podcast. I watched it for the first time yesterday, and I really, really enjoyed it. And his wife is funny. She's a big. She's from Alabama. She's a big uh, Tide fan, a Christian Tide fan, and the way she talks, you can tell she doesn't have that much knowledge of football, and you can see Fred kind of giggling within his, trying to be respectful, but he's
Yeah.
kind of like doesn't. He's trying not to laugh
Happy
because a lot
wife,
of things
happy
he
life.
said, yeah, and but it's funny that he has so much respect for her, and I appreciate that. And I didn't know he was a Christian, honestly. He mentioned that himself. Not that that changes his character or anything, but that now I can understand his demeanor, where it comes from. Great guy, man. So if you guys haven't tuned into that, check it out. But this defense, bro, how good can this defense be? Because uh, Lenore played good. Um, not as great, but he did all right. Gibson did good. Huff did good. Ward had an interception. Huff had an
Yep.
interception. The front four were putting pressure. Greenlaw was running like a maniac.
Yeah.
I
Everywhere.
was waiting for the flag. I'm like, oh, here comes the flag. Oh, here comes the flag. Oh, here comes the
Yeah.
flag. No flag. That's how. But you know what? I wouldn't change it. I don't like the
No.
flags, but I wouldn't change that from that guy. Plays silent to silent. Like I don't know where he gets his air from, bro. But that guy is everywhere where he needs
Yeah.
to be.
This defense was stifling, and it was before the game I did a pregame show, and I talked about, you know, what the key to this game was going to be the Steelers offensive line. And was it going to be as bad as it was last year, because they had invested picks and money into that offensive line this year to try and fix it, because it's been bad for a while. It's been bad for a long time. And but I said on my show that, like, that's going to be the key to this game, is can it stand up to Bosa and the boys? And the answer was a resounding no. Like, and Kenny Pickett didn't have time to throw. And once the first half was over and he had been running for his life, I mean, it's a wrap after that. Like,
Yep.
you're shell shocked. And you could see he was throwing too early on some throws. He was inaccurate. Even when guys were open, like, he couldn't get them the ball because he was seeing ghosts. And it's just, but the guys played outstanding, and it was so funny on that Hafunga run back, the pick and run back, that he was trying to lateral it, but they said on the sideline, they did another video on the sideline, and Gibson was like, "Man, I was just trying to block for you. I didn't think you were going to throw it to me. So, I mean, miscommunication, but I mean, that they can have fun with it. Like it's like, whatever. Well, we'll get another chance at it later. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the play again later on. I just think that this defense is so locked in for a
Yep.
week 1 game that it can only get better. As long as this team stays healthy, we will be in a good spot. I just don't see many teams out there that can really do much against this defense.
Absolutely. And the key word that you said, Pete, is health.
Yeah.
To me, the biggest opponent against the Niners is injuries. Not the Cowboys, not the Eagles. That blue tent is the opponent you do not want to face. Aaron Rodgers, man, devastating. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers. I don't care about the Jets, but as a fan of the game, you want to see great players do great things, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that he only played 4 series, not 4 series, but 4
like snaps.
Plays. The snaps. There you go. 4 snaps, and then he gets out. Imagine being a Jets fan, Pete.
There was so much buildup.
Yeah.
There was so much buildup and so much anticipation. This is the year because the defense was there. The defense is there.
The running game is there.
They got running backs. They got playmakers. I mean, the only thing that they're missing is an offensive line. And I say it all the time. You cannot win without an offensive line. You will not win games. If your offensive line sucks, you will not win games. Kyle Shanahan has found a way to win without certain offensive linemen, but as a whole, most teams cannot win if they don't have a good offensive line.
Yep. And the sad thing about it is, Pete, that's not even the reason why he got hurt.
Yeah.
It's that turf and MetLife that sucks, bro. Remember in 2020, I don't want to reminisce, but Bosa went down.
I don't remember how many that year.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That field is terrible. Yeah. And when I seen his calf kind of like vibrated, I'm like, oh, that's an Achilles. And I'm like, and the sad thing about Roger and the Jets fans is this is not a 23 or 24-year-old guy that can come back from this.
Yeah.
This guy's 40.
That's probably
hard to come back. Yeah, it's hard
It's
hard to combat that when you're young. But being 40, I'll be shocked if I see Rodgers back next year as a Jet. And like you said, all offseason, building up for it, playoffs, and just like a fart in the wind, boom, he was gone. Man, bro, my heart goes out to them. But that's the Jets. And I'm like, man, Lord, please. We fought that a little bit with Brock last year in the championship game. Enough with the injuries for us. Let's go. The fact that we didn't have not one injured.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a good sign.
Greenlaw didn't practice today because of tightness or something.
That's probably soreness.
His hamstring. Yeah, they said it was just a maintenance thing. So
yeah, it's probably precautionary. And then wasn't got Thomas was taken out. I thought he was taken out because he was terrible, but apparently he got a concussion. And so they say, but he cleared it, and he should be good to go. But no injuries. And you know what? Maybe that cloud has moved down east.
That would be so nice.
Yeah, not nice for the Jets, but move that way, get away from us, leave us alone because we are on a mission. We're after Lombardi. And I, like you said, with this roster, this defense, the run game, the receivers, the tight end, everything, even now with Brock Purdy, because I definitely believe that Brock Purdy can bring a championship to San Francisco with his style of play. The way that Kyle play calls, you don't need a Patrick Mahomes on this offense. It's great to have one, but you don't need one. And people, I'm tired of hearing, Pete, I want to get your thoughts on this. Brock Purdy's not mobile. He doesn't run like Lamar. He doesn't need to run like Lamar. He doesn't need to have that speed. The guy.
Where is that guy Lamar?
Yeah. Where's that guy? But when he needs to escape, Brock is fast. He
Mm-hmm.
is fast when he needs to escape. When he escaped from that defender, rolled to his left, and threw that first down to was it a Ayuk or was it Debo? One of those guys for a first down. It should have been a sack. Uh, or thrown away, and he was able to extend that play. And the fourth quarter, when he ran and slid, tell me
Yeah.
he's not athletic. So stop saying that Brock Purdy's not athletic. He's not the caliber of Lamar or Josh Allen, but he is athletic enough. He's not a statue. He can
Mm-hmm.
get out of messes, and the guy is so calm. Listen, let me ask you this: who looked like the first round quarterback, and who looked like the seventh round quarterback in that game against the Steelers, bro?
I will say, see, this is the thing about Purdy. And they talk about his moxie, and they talk about his demeanor and his poise. I love the little things about Brock. I love the fact that he will sit there and he knows that this rusher is bearing down on him, and he will at the last second just spin out and like take advantage of the guy's angle, and then that'll give him an extra couple of seconds. But I just love that he has this short area burst, and it's so quick. It's like a little jitterbug that just goes back and forth. He's not going to win any races,
Yep,
but he just gets from A to B so quick that like it's just a lot of quickness. It's like it's almost like a basketball, like a point guard. It's like he's crossing up a guy, and all of a sudden he's on the other side, and then that's just leaving himself wide open to pass to a guy, not necessarily downfield, but he gets the ball where it needs to go. And
exactly.
in this offense, in the frame of this offense, Kyle's offense is not bombs away. So that's not, if you're waiting to see that from any 49er quarterback, you're going to be waiting. Like the closest thing you're going to see is probably what we saw with him throwing to Ayuk, which was a dart. By the way, I know the guy was covered, but it was still only his guy could have caught it. And yeah, but Brock was phenomenal, like phenomenal. I hope that he learns a couple of times. I just wish he would have thrown it away.
Yep.
Like, but that kind of stuff will come. I think right now he's just young and wants to make plays. And I love the way he plays. I think it's perfect for what Shanny does.
I listen, bro. Just to echo that, I have not seen Kyle be that aggressive and play and have fun coaching the way he did that game.
Hmm.
He really believes in this young man.
Absolutely.
Kyle believes that Purdy can do everything he wants him to do, and that instills confidence in Kyle because I'm assuming with other quarterbacks, and I'm not going to name any quarterback, just other quarterbacks that is not Brock. I can imagine Kyle's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to run this play. Oh, I don't know if I want to run this
Hmm.
play," and he starts getting away from plays, right? But with Brock, he feels like whatever play he dials up, he's confident that Brock can get it out to those playmakers, and that talk about confidence to the quarterback. That's confidence to your play caller as well. You gotta and they're building that relationship between Kyle and Purdy, and it showed, bro. It showed
You
in that game.
you know what the like because I was watching if anybody watches QB School with JT O'Sullivan, great show. Like but he broke down Purdy's performance, and he was referencing the fact that in the past, Kyle hasn't really had a lot of true drop back passing get calls. He just doesn't do it, and he doesn't give the guy outs on his. But he said in this game, many times, like he says, you could see the uh the definition and the what's the word for it? Just basically, he was trying. You could see where Kyle was trying to get those outs, those hot reads in there to get the ball, so that Brock could get rid of the ball. But it was really he was fleshing out the drop back game, and that speaks to his relationship with Brock Purdy. He knows Brock is capable to do that. I don't think in the past he trusted his quarterbacks enough to think that they could have a true drop back game. But I think that the more and more we see, more and more we're seeing Kyle just trusting Brock. And in my opinion, he's trusting him a little too much. I would rather see the ball run a little bit more. That's my personal opinion. But hey, I like the fact that he trusts Brock enough to flesh out a drop back game and
Yep.
to make those play and to make those to draw up those plays for Brock Purdy, because we will need those eventually. So, because
Yes.
I think that's a lot of the time where we would get in trouble late in games is Kyle didn't have those plays to dial up, and he would have his game plan, his game script, and that was what he had to go to. It was kind of hard for him to go on the fly, but I think that with Brock in there, he's fleshing out that drop back game. So if he needs to go to it, he can just go to it.
Absolutely. And let me ask you, how many Deacon dunks did you see in that game?
Not a lot. I know people say that he's a dink and dunk guy, but the throws that he was making were difficult throws.
Come on, Pete,
Like
preach it.
I just don't understand why we're acting like anybody could have made those throws. The one where he was rolling out to his left. It was the one where he spun out. He had a free rusher, spun out, ran to his left, and still threw a dart in a window
For a first down.
like
Yeah.
for a first down. And people are saying he's inaccurate because the guy had to go back. No, if you watch the film, you'll see that if he doesn't throw it in that spot, it probably gets batted down. He's giving his wide receivers a chance to make plays. And yes, it's not in stride necessarily, but if they don't catch the ball at all, guess what? We don't get yards. So it's not always about hitting a guy in stride. Sometimes it's just about getting the guy the ball. And I think Brock did an excellent job. I think that we're going to see later, we're going to see as this season progresses, I think we're going to see that Pittsburgh isn't that bad of a defense. I think that the 49ers made them look bad.
Absolutely.
But we didn't even hear Minka Fitzpatrick's name the whole game.
Come on now.
People would have thought that he was hurt. He played the whole game. We didn't hear his name once. And that is an all-pro safety.
Yep.
So if Kyle can do that and scheme that up, I have a feeling that that Pittsburgh is going to still be one of the better defenses in this league. I think that Kyle and this team just made them look a little silly.
Yep. Yep. And you made a very valid point, and I want to kind of echo on that. I really believe the Steelers are a good team. I really do. I think the defense is great. Their offense is going to be good. They have too many playmakers. Their tight end is good. They got
he got killed the whole game. He was taking shots.
Yep.
But anyway, go ahead.
But they have a good quarterback that is, he's not great, but he's okay. They have a running game in Harris, Najee Harris. They got a defense. So I don't want to hear they got a great safety. Their name wasn't mentioned. This team is going to be okay. But I think that Kyle made that defense look like it's not. I expect a different game against the Browns this Sunday that they had against us. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I expect a different game of that. So to your point, because Kyle trusts Brock so much, Pete, that he's willing to extend plays or do plays or call plays, that he normally wouldn't call with Garoppolo. Definitely, unfortunately, wouldn't have called with Trey. And again, because of the lack of playing time with Trey, whatever, he feels comfortable. He found his Kirk Cousins, if you will, where he feels comfortable. That's why he liked Kirk Cousins, because Kirk Cousins can run Kyle's scheme, and so can Brock. So I'm excited. And the difference about Brock and Kirk, Brock can win in games that matters. Cousins can't. Real quick, Fernie said Niners 44, Rams 6, CMC 200 plus total yards. George Kittle, monster game with a TD. Purdy will have a 3 to 4 TD game. Levi South will be flooded. in the sea
I hope you're right.
of
I got
red.
Kittle in fantasy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. The Rams are not that great. I think that Seattle is worse than what people thought they were going to be, more than Rams are better than what people thought they were going to be.
I agree.
And we're going to find out.
I said on my show many times that I thought that they were a year away. They're still a year away. They've got everybody's so excited about their draft, the last two drafts that they had, but they're young players. They're young players. And yeah, that's what they brought Bobby Wagner back for, is to kind of give him that mentorship. But there's really nobody to mentor them on offense. And like it's they've got some good players, but I mean, is DK Metcalf a mentor? I wouldn't use him as a mentor. Is Lockett like a vocal guy? I don't see him as a vocal guy either. And they just don't seem to be that like a cohesive unit. And their defense was terrible. Their defense was terrible. I rewatched that game yesterday, and I don't know what kind of defense they're running, but it's bad. Whatever it is, it's bad. They got no pass rush, and the Rams have a terrible offensive line. Now, granted, the Rams were trying to run a lot of quick drop stuff, like two-step drop stuff. Like
Yeah,
and
they
so they
do
were
a lot
trying
of
to get
screens.
yeah, they were trying to get the ball out quick.
Yeah.
But when they didn't, the defensive line still wasn't getting any pressure. And like they weren't bad against the run. I'll give them that. But which surprised me. But yeah, Matthew Stafford just carved them up.
Yeah, they got last year they were good against the pass, bad against the run. They seem to pick up the run better this year,
Yeah.
but they kind of they're giving up in the on the air. Now, one thing I know about Pete Carroll, stubborn old man that he is, chewing cow, he is stubborn. And that offense, that defense is designed to cover deep.
Mm-hmm.
It's not designed to cover the intermediate middle of the field. They don't want to give up the big play. They'll give up anything in the middle, but they're not going to allow you to have the deep play. And Matthew Stafford carved them up all in the middle,
over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, you think Pete Carroll will change, right? You think his defensive coordinator will make adjustments? No.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
When you got defenders running backwards pre-snap, by the time the ball's caught in the middle, they got to make time to. Bro, that defense. And this is why when they play the Niners, they're going to realize, for one, Matthew Stafford's not going to have that all day to throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And those receivers, come in the middle. You try to come in the middle, Fred Warner is going to say hello. Greenlaw's going to say hello.
I would not be shocked. I would not be surprised at the 49ers playing a lot. I mean, they're going to play a lot of zone. I think they're going to play a lot of zone in this game, because I think that they're going to be hanging out close to the line of scrimmage. If they're paying attention to what the Rams are trying to do in that game, they're going, because the Rams are going to try and get the ball out quick. They're not going to try and put their offensive line against our defensive line. And so I feel our guys are going to be close to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the ball in tight windows. And Matt Stafford is good for at least an interception or two.
Oh, yeah.
So
you definitely. I'm more confident with Drake Jackson and his mobility out there. So those screens are with those screens ain't going to work also well when you got someone like Drake Jackson out there. Also, he can bat the balls down. So there's so much Drake can do, and that pressure in the middle. That's something we haven't had since DeForest Buckner. Yeah. They brought in Kinlaw, hoping that Kinlaw will step in and provide that pressure in the middle, plus stopping the run. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, he has not accomplished or lived up to his expectations of being that high draft pick. So they went out and got a Hargrave. They showed it that, and I want to give props to an unsung hero. This guy does not get enough respect. Eric Armstead.
Oh,
that guy does not get the respect that he deserves. That guy was the reason. Yes, the reason that Drake Jackson was able to clean it up and get those sacks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to take nothing away from Drake Jackson. Drake Jackson did what he had to do. It's
Yep.
the job of the middle of the D tackle to pressure, cave the pocket, and the outside pass rushers, they need to come in and clean it up. That's what Drake Jackson did. So he did his job. But Eric Armstead was terrorizing the middle of that D line, bro. He was pushing those guards backwards towards Pickett. And that's why Pickett had to roll out. And that's where he got sacked so many times. We had 5 sacks, bro.
Yeah.
And then Hargrave got his first sack of the year, so which I was happy for. That pressure is going to continue down the middle against the Rams. So I don't know if we're going to blow out the Rams, but if the Rams, and I've been hearing this podcast of the Rams, they're like, I think we have a very, very good chance of beating the Niners this Sunday, and maybe making it to the playoffs. I'm like,
okay,
you won one game. Don't be like the Cowboy fans. Cowboys beat the Eagles 40-0. Giants, excuse me. A terrible Giants is another team that was overhyped. It's not as good as people thought it would be. Daniel Jones is the quarterback that we all knew he was going to be. He sucks. They're overhyping things. Dallas to the Super Bowl. We're Super Bowl bound. All Dallas fans. Now the Ram fans get a beat down. They go, and they always have Seahawks number, by the way.
And it was closer than, it wasn't like it was they were just annihilating the Seahawks. It was a much closer game than the score indicated.
Yes.
So I mean,
and you can't look at just at the score. You're right. You got to look at every play.
But
we
both
dominated
teams played
on
bad.
every. Yes.
Both teams played bad.
But one just played worse than the other, so they're always going to have a winner.
Yeah. So it's just silly. I don't know how you could watch what the 49ers did to Pittsburgh and think that, and the way you played against the Seahawks, and think that you have that. I just think that the 49ers, I know the 49ers are going to win. I just know that they are going to win, barring, knock on wood, barring injury to the whole team. I just think that this team is so far and away better than the Rams or the Seahawks that it's going to be silly when they play.
Yep. I agree with you 100%. Welcome, Rudy, to the show. Welcome. And then we also have How About Them Niners. I'm okay with that name, but it's kind of like too close to the Cowboys, man. I when I read that, even though I says Niners at the end, I can just hear what's his name? The guy with the fake
Jerry Jones.
No, not Jerry Jones. The coach, the one that comes on Fox.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. Oh man, I couldn't stand when he used to say, "How about them idiots?"
Yeah.
So I watch a lot of the '80s games, so it wasn't good for the Niners too much. Against the Cowboys, man. But we're turning it around. Listen, Pete, we're getting towards the end of an hour. Let's go ahead and review the picks. Do you have? Is there a way you can bring up all the wins that we had last week of all the teams by any chance, or no?
Oh, by all the teams?
Like go into NFL.com and look at or just type in the week one, because I'm gonna read our and you're gonna tell me if it was a win or a loss.
I got you.
So you sent it to me on. Where are you? You sent it to me on text. There you are.
I sent it to you on text.
All right. So Pete, these are Pete's picks, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how good Pete did. Kansas City, 24-1. So he took Kansas City. Wrong. We were all wrong on that one.
We were. Yeah.
Niners 24-17. Niners win. That's a win. He took the Patriots 17-10. He took the Ravens 27-10. The Bengals 24-21. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, no. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
You definitely did not see this one coming, bro, because your score.
Yeah.
You took the Vikings 31-8.
I thought they were going to annihilate the Buccaneers, because I thought the Buccaneers had no offensive. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. And then the Saints 21-10, Falcons 24-10, Jags 27-10, Commanders 17-3. They almost lost it to the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Broncos 10 to the Raiders. Dolphins 31-24 over the Chargers. Packers 24-21 over the Bears. Seahawks 30-10 over the Rams. Cowboys 28-14 over the Giants, and Jets 21-10 over the Buffalo Bills. I'm surprised
that was a good pick.
You only gave me the teams that were going to win. I'm surprised I remember every team they played against. That is funny. To see how yours is set up.
Yeah.
It's just set up with you didn't mention both teams.
So, no, I didn't, because I thought
which is fine. No,
text.
it's fine. Yeah, of course. But I'm saying I'm surprised that I actually remember the teams they played against. And then mine. So how did you do?
I ended up 10-6.
10-6. All right. Let me see here. I sent mine on Twitter, and then we'll make our picks, and then we'll call it a show. Okay, so I sent it on, what do I call it? The Last Man Standing. Where is it at? Where is it? Last Man Standing. All right, here we go. All right. So here, I'm going to do Melissa's too, okay?
Yeah.
Melissa's picks are, which is hers? I put them, oh my goodness, hold on. Okay, Melissa. Okay, yeah, let's do Melissa first. She took Lions over the Chiefs, 24-21. I'm just going to say the team. Titans over the Saints.
Wait, what was it?
Huh?
What'd she take?
Titans 17, Saints 10. So she took the Titans.
Okay. She took the Titans?
Yeah.
Okay.
She took the Vikings 20 over the Bucks 6.
Okay.
She picked the Commanders 28 over the Cardinals 3.
All right.
She took 27 Niners over 21 Steelers. 21 Bengals over 17 Browns. She said 14 for the Panthers. She picked the Panthers over the Falcons. She picked the Ravens over the Texans 24-9.
Okay.
She took the Jaguars over the Colts 17-13. She took the Bears over the Packers 21-10. She took the Eagles 35 over the Patriots 35-7.
Okay.
She took the Seahawks 21 over the Rams 13. She took the Chargers 20 over the Dolphins 17. So she took the Chargers.
That was a bad beat.
Yeah. She picked the Broncos 14 over the Raiders 6. She picked the Giants 24 and the Cowboys 21. And she took the Bills 31 over the Jets 28.
So she's 6-10.
Oh, ouch. All right, here I'm. Let's see what I got. I took the Lions 24 over the Chiefs 17.
Okay.
I took the Titans 24 over the Saints 14.
That was a bad beat.
Yeah, I took the Buccaneers. I took the Vikings. Wait a minute. Where is it? I took the Vikings. The Vikings played the Buccaneers, right? Yeah, I picked the Vikings 20 over 14 of the Buccaneers. I took the Commanders 28-10. Did I copy hers? Shit, looks a lot similar. I don't want to copy hers. No offense, Melissa. No offense. Tonight we're going to definitely do my own. Anyway, so I took the Commanders. I took the Niners over the Steelers. I picked the Browns over the Bengals, and it's in the Last Man Standing on Twitter. Let's see here. I took the Texans over the Falcons. Wait a minute. The Panthers.
Texans over the Ravens?
No. Hold on. God, the way it's on here. Give me a second. Did I just? Where did it go? Wow. You know what? You have it. You probably still have it on your side. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. I thought I deleted it. How convenient, huh? Uh, hold on. See the Niners 24-17 Steelers, 21 Bengals. Okay, I took the Bengals 21. No, no, no. Hold on. How is this? It's hard to read. All right, hold on. Let's see. Lions. Okay, 17. Oh, I see what I did. All right. So I took the Lions 24-21, Chiefs 17. Oh, sorry, guys. I should have been much. I should have spaced these out. The numbers are so. I don't know if you guys can see it. They're so down crunched together. All right, let's see. Let's see here. And then trust me, guys. My boy can check it. He'll check it himself on Last Man Standing. So if I screw up, he'll fix it for sure. All right. So I where did I stop?
Well, just why don't you start from
I'm
the
gonna start from the.
Kansas
I'm gonna
City
start
and
from the bottom up. Is
yeah.
that okay? Maybe I
Okay.
get less confused. All right. I gotta break these up. Hold on. Copy. Let me do something different, bro, because this is really confusing. All right, let's do it this way. Okay, let's just do it. I'm just gonna start again. Okay. Lions 24-21 Chiefs. Titans
Okay.
17, Saints 24. 14 Buccaneers, 20 Vikings. 10
Wait,
Cardinals,
what was that again? I'm sorry.
24, 17, 17 Titans, 24 Saints.
Okay, got that one.
14 Commanders. Oh my God, this is pathetic. Bro, if you can see this, I don't know how I copied it from someone. I made some changes because I didn't have time to do it, and this is freaky because the person put the number before the team instead of after the team. So it's like,
I've got it in front of me. I think
can
I
you
can
read it, bro?
figure it
I'm
out.
confused.
Yeah, I think I can.
I feel like a
Yeah, I
retard.
think okay, I see it. I see it. Okay, so you've
It's the one
got
in blue, yeah, or
yeah,
mine, yeah.
you've got Lions 24, Chiefs 21. So you've got you got the Lions beating the Chiefs 24-21. Then you had the Titans beating or no, you had the Saints beating the Titans 24-17.
See how the numbers are?
Yeah, I see it. And then you had the Vikings beating the Buccaneers 20-14. Then you had the Commanders beating the Cardinals 28-10. Then you had the Steelers beating the 49ers 21-17.
No, I have no. See the Niners 24, Steelers 17.
Oh yeah, no, I was reading. Yeah, now I see what you.
But see
Okay.
how it's all confusing? That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I was looking at it wrong. So so yeah, okay. So Steelers, like you had the Niners beating the Steelers 24-17. Then you had the Browns beating the Bengals. Wait, hold on, let me count again. Okay, I got that one. That
I'm
one.
sorry, bro.
No, you're good. And then you've got
We're the only ones in here now.
yeah. Then you've got Vikings. Then you've got the
I'll tell you what.
Commanders.
What
I
what
got it. I
what?
got it. I got it.
Okay.
I've got it now.
All
And
right.
then you got then they got the 49ers. And then you've got the Browns beating the Bengals, which happened. And then you've got the Falcons beating the Panthers. Uh Falcons 21 to beating the Panthers 21-14.
Yep.
Then you've got the Ravens beating the Texans 24-17. Then you've got the
Jaguars
Jags
beating
beating the Colts 17 to
17 to
14.
14. Uh-huh.
Then you've got the Bears beating the
The Packers.
Packers 21-17. Then you've got the Eagles beating the Patriots
21 to 17.
21-17. Then you've got the Seahawks beating the Rams 21-13. Then you had the Dolphins beating the Chargers
34 to
34 to
28.
28. And then you've got
The
the
Raiders.
Broncos beating the Raiders 34 to 17. Then you've got the Giants beating the Cowboys 27 to 21. And then you had the
Bills
yeah, you had the Bills. Oh yeah, you had the
beating.
Bills beating the Jets 31 to 28.
Yeah.
So we ended up the same score. 10 10 to
After all
6.
that, sorry people. If you guys, yeah, that see how the numbers are all kind of
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
And I copied it from someone else, and I just made a couple adjustments. But who puts the number before the anyway? Anyway, so let's go ahead and start. Let me bring this one on. So we'll be here forever.
Yeah.
Let's see if I did this right. Can you see that screen, or is it too small?
It's a little small.
Okay, hold on. Let me know if you can see it better.
Yeah, yeah, that's much better.
Hold on. Come on, can you see it better?
Yeah.
All right, so we have Kansas City at Jaguars. What team do you pick?
I'm gonna go. Man, I don't know if Kelsey's playing, because if Kelsey's playing, I think that the KC wins. If Kelsey isn't playing, I think that the Jaguars win. So, I mean, as of right now, I don't think Kelsey's probably not going to play. So, I'm going to go Jags. I'm going to go Jags. Do we have to give a score too?
No, we're just going to pick the team, bro.
Yeah, Jags. So yeah, I got the Jags over KC.
Okay, so I'm going to highlight it. All right. We got Baltimore at Bengals.
This is going to be a tough one. I'm going to go Bengals. I think that they come out looking much better this week on offense than they did last. I don't think the Ravens are as good as of a defense as the Browns.
Okay. You got the Raiders at Buffalo.
Oh, I think Buffalo comes in and destroys the Raiders.
Okay. You got the Chargers at Tennessee.
That's a tough one too, because I think both. I'm gonna go Chargers. With this one.
Okay, so you got the Chargers.
And
then you got the Colts at the Texans.
I'm gonna give this one to the Texans. I think that defense is gonna be good.
All right, interesting. And then you got the Dolphins at the Patriots. Okay.
I think I'm gonna go Patriots.
Okay. You got the Browns at the Steelers.
I think Steelers.
Oh, okay. And then you got the Jets at the Cowboys.
No, Cowboys. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
And then you got the I want to say Redskins, but the Washington Commanders at the Broncos.
This is a tough one too, because they both suck.
I was thinking the same thing, honestly. That's why I laughed so hard.
I'm gonna go Broncos.
Broncos? All right. I'm gonna
go Broncos.
And then we got the Vikings at the Eagles.
Man, I wasn't impressed with either one of these teams. But I'm gonna go Eagles.
Eagles, okay. We got the Bears at Tampa.
Oh, I think Tampa. If Tampa does what they showed last week, the Bears just have no offense.
No. Packers at Atlanta. That's going to be actually a good game.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough game too. It's two fundamentally different teams too.
Yep.
I'm going to go Green Bay. I think Green Bay is a really good team.
Oh, interesting. Okay. You got the Seahawks at Detroit.
Oh, I think Detroit's going to whoop them.
You got the Niners at the Niners.
Oh, the 49ers are going to destroy the Rams.
We're playing the Levi South.
Yep.
You got the Giants at the Cardinals. This is
I'm
going to
gonna
be
go.
another shitty
I
team.
think it's gonna be a bounce back game for the Giants. I'm gonna go Giants.
Okay. We got the Saints at the Panthers.
I'm gonna go Saints. I know the Saints don't have much offense, but I think that it's gonna be enough against Carolina. I don't think Carolina is a good team.
All right. Let me do something real quick. Let me open up another screen for myself. That way I don't erase yours. Oh, it's not going to take me there. Come on. Is it take me there? Take me there. You go. That's what I'm talking. Okay. So will be for me. Hold on. Next week. Okay. Here we go. Fresh. All right. So we got, no, this is, wait a minute. Hold on. That one's already played next week. This is the one. All right. So Kansas City and Jaguars. And it's funny that the Jaguars would even be a thought of beating the Chiefs, but I take the Chiefs because they signed wasn't in back. Their D tackle.
Yeah.
Ravens at Cincinnati. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I just can't see Burrow losing twice in a row like that. I'm taking Cincinnati. That's a harder one. And then Buffalo over the Raiders. That's easy. Titans over the Chargers. Chargers. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers. That quarterback for the Tannehill, whatever, he's trash, man. Is he trash? Colts at Texans. I'm gonna take the Colts in that one. That'll be a battle of two rookies. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Miami at the Patriots. I'm taking Miami all day long. Browns at Steelers. I take the Browns. Got to pick a little bit different than you. Jets at Dallas. God, I hate picking Dallas. I really, really do.
Mm-hmm.
But without you see what they did to the Giants, and then you bring in Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was Rodgers, I would even Rodgers probably would have struggled with that defense.
Yeah.
But Wilson, oh my God. And this one I take the Broncos. I take the Eagles over the Vikings at home. I take. Yeah,
Wait,
I take.
you said Eagles are gonna lose?
No, I take the Eagles to win. The one that's highlighted. It's not.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're not seeing it, huh?
I can't see it.
Why can't you see it? You couldn't see none of my picks.
No.
Well, you didn't.
Oh, was I supposed to tell you?
Well, yeah, you can't see it.
I'm just taking your word for it.
Well, I appreciate that. Really appreciate it. I would have. Oh my, hold on. Let me see what I can do here. That is hilarious. Wonder why it doesn't show that. All right, let me try to do it like this without moving it. That is funny shit, bro. Thank you for trusting me. All right, so
Okay,
now
there we
I'm okay. So these are see the ones that I highlighted.
Yeah.
Is the ones that I took. So the ones that I was calling, so I took the Browns, the Miami. I took the Colts. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then let me move this one over. Then I took the Cowboys and the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And then right here, I took the Eagles and Tampa. See how they're hiding?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be purple. See how it's purple?
Yeah.
Now it's green. Okay, so I took those. So now the Green Bay and Atlanta, I'm taking Atlanta at home. I like that defense. And that run game of Atlanta is freaking.
I like the run game. I'm not sold on their defense.
I meant to say run game, not defense. I like the Packers defense better, but we'll see. I like the Lions. I take the Niners. This one's interesting. Man, the Cardinals at home, they're trash, but the Giants look like trash, but they cannot get embarrassed like that twice, man.
Yeah.
So I take the Giants. And then the Saints and Panthers at home. Interesting. The Saints will be marching in to Carolina and beating the Panthers. So there it is. So those are my picks and your picks. Let me close it up a little bit. So I have mine there and yours. Oh, it doesn't show. Okay, that's what it is. So mine are there. Yours is right behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you took. So I don't get confused. You took.
With a pig.
Yeah. So okay, I know which is which, and you already know which one it is. So and it's on video. So all right, guys. Dinner just arrived. So I'm gonna go eat. But it's been a great show.
Absolutely.
Pete, it has always been fun. No, I don't want to bring it here. Let it go. Let it go. Like, close this real quick. I don't want to see a blonde talking. So um, it's been a great show. I'm looking forward. Oh, real quick. So we confirmed Tuesdays, right? We're good.
Yes.
Because I can mention it. Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
Absolutely.
so starting next week, me and Pete, we're gonna come on at 6:30 on Tuesdays. No longer Wednesdays. We're gonna be doing our show on Tuesdays. So please mark your calendars. We're gonna do it on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, from 6:30 to about 7:30, and we're gonna be doing our predictions like we did today. I have a better setup for next week, but and then this reading these ones will be easier than the first one. Sorry for that, guys. Pete, thank you for hanging out. Anything you got going on in your show before we go? On your channel, excuse me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be going on tomorrow, about probably about the same time. Well, about the same time, like 6:30 Pacific time. Niner Fanatic podcast. I'll be going over the Ram. I'm still gonna recap the last win against Steelers, but it's mainly to get ready for the Rams. And yeah, just make sure that you give my video a like, make sure you give it a subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you get the notifications for when I go live. It will be on YouTube, it'll be on Twitter, it'll be on Facebook, it'll be anywhere where you can get your audio podcast. I don't care where you get it, just get it. And yeah, like don't forget to tell a friend so we can be friends every day, every week.
Yeah, you want to invite Pete into your home. You don't want him just showing unannounced. So
Because I
make
will.
sure to So make sure to subscribe to his channel.
And I'm gonna be hungry.
I love it. He's in Dallas, man. You know those Texans are.
No, Houston.
They're just Houston. Oh, sorry, not Dallas, but Texans. Texas. But anyway, guys, thank you for being part of the show. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you on the next show. See you on Tuesday, and we'll be revealing our picks and win and losses.
Go Niners.
We are tied. Melissa's looking down, looking up. Go Niners. Until next time. Peace.